evening and thank you for joining us. Tragedy in India today. A woman from Mississauga is one of more than 240 passengers that were on Air India flight AI 171 that crashed and exploded shortly after takeoff in the northern city of Ahmedabad. A chaotic and frightening scene outside the hospital in Ahmedabad, India today, as paramedics and ambulance vehicles rush in the victims of a tragic plane crash. This verified video posted on social media went viral, showing an aircraft in its final moments, descending slowly toward the ground before going out of sight. Just seconds later, an explosion and a large cloud of smoke. First responders and witnesses surrounded the crash site and debris at a medical school hostel.
Aeroplane is crashed, but we didn't identify that it is a passenger or someone other plane crashed. Then we found that it's the passenger plane.
Indian officials confirmed that at least 240 people on Air India flight AI 171 were killed following the aircraft's takeoff. Among them was a Mississauga dentist, Nirali Patel. Her husband, who did not give his name, is headed to India with their one-year-old child, tells the Canadian press, "That was my wife, and I am not in a state to speak right now." The airline industry and world leaders expressed their sorrow today, including Prime Minister Mark Carney, saying, devastated to learn of the crash of a London-bound Air India plane in Ahmedabad, carrying 242 passengers, including one Canadian. Premier Doug Ford followed up with his condolences to all the victims, adding, "I am saddened to learn that a Canadian from Mississauga, Ontario, was among those lost in the tragic Air India crash." Authorities say the Boeing 787 Dreamliner flight bound for London, England, was also carrying more than 100 nationals from India, Britain, and Portugal. The local hospital is treating more than 100 people, and airline officials confirm one passenger made it out alive from the fiery crash.
And our efforts now are focused entirely on the needs of our passengers, crew members, their families, and loved ones. I know that there are many questions, and at this stage, I will not be able to answer all of them.
India's aviation minister says a thorough investigation is underway, and they'll be joined by UK and US officials to assist.
See from the videos that are out there, look to me like a pretty normal rotation, liftoff, initial climb, and then it just stopped climbing and started to settle back to the ground. So that's pretty unusual.
Retired aviation accident investigator Steve Green says it's too early to tell what led up to the crash, but expects more answers within a few weeks. According to the Aviation Safety Network database, this is the first crash of a Boeing 787 aircraft.
So once you're off the ground, you got a lot of energy. I mean, the airplane's really wound up, so it really ought to go pretty well. So this is what makes this a little bit perplexing.